Speaking of poets, here's our next poet, Tree Henderson, and this is her bio, and I quote, menopausal, slave to 5 cats, organizer for all the animal rights groups in the city, vegan, vice president of the Vegans and Vegetarians of Alberta. It's been a while, I'm ready to read. So here she is. Yep, that's good. Okay, so it's been around 4 years since I went vegan, and during that 4 years I've also been an animal rights activist. It's created a whole nother set of emotions that veganism caused, so it's quite different. And these are some of the experiences that I've felt, and I'm sharing them with you today. Silence. Can you hear me? Hear my voice? Echo the words, echo the words, echo the words. The screams to be heard by you, to understand that you and your silence take me to a place that traps me, terrifies me, suffocates me, and I want to run. Time. Moments, memories, minutes, missing time we take for granted, waiting impatiently, wasting time, wanting to act, to be, to live, to appreciate what is, what could be, how to be humane, how to live without blame, through the tainted glass of lies that reflects and rejects the moral compass of your life now. Capture. Separation surrounds me, a protective bubble carefully shielding me from inevitable dread. Floating above the truck, my camera captures images of the walking dead. Holding them still, remembering them until they enter my head. The reflections of their existence now dance around my bed. Their silent cries follow my eyes. They wanted to live instead. I capture this moment and speak the words they never said. I had one life. I wanted to live. Can you eat some plants instead? Evil. Maniacal, demoniacal. It's almost undeniable. Horrible, deplorable. Picking on the vulnerable. Insensitive, primitive. Killing those who want to live. Conditioned, controlled. Convinced we are too old. What are you? Turn your page, become enraged, rearrange, disengage, and become the change. Cows. I can't find them. Where are they? Where are their faces? I frantically look through the now familiar slots that make up the design of this truck. I'm running out of time. Time is ticking. I need to see their eyes. The truck is moving. Where the hell are their eyes? Look up, someone says. I look up, I see the shades of smeared feces along the side of this kill box. The shadows of heads hung so low finally meet my eyes. Souls getting trampled on the deck of death, where the smell of blood from those they knew fills the air. They now breathe, they're very silent. They make no sound. I tell them I love them, and that we are trying. It's all I have to give. The truck drives into the slaughterhouse. Turkey dinner. I think we should apologize to the turkey on our plate. We fed the system with our cash and solidified her fate. We've been doing it for hundreds of years, creating more beings to live in more fear. It's tradition, our culture, our God-given right, a sensory pleasure, a habit. No, the circle of life. So we take our knives and dive right in, pulling apart her breast and ripping off her skin. We shove some bread deep in her ass, spiked and baked and raised our glass, to give thanks for the food that she now is on our plate. Celebrating life by killing hers sounds like a big mistake. How can we empathize when we don't even realize we pay for the horror and the fear in their eyes? We feel the greed and the corporate climb on a critical mass. We pay for our own demise. Cognitive dissonance. Intellectual laziness protects us from the truth. I don't need to go any further. I don't need any more proof. The strategic conditioning of everything we've learned control our moves and what we say. I think we should be concerned. We're not that stupid, are we? We all know right from wrong. So why can't we believe the truth, not swing justifications a mile long? We are strong in our delusions that the animals are here for us. Yet none ran into that slaughterhouse and no one wants on that truck. Their toes never slid between blades of tall grass. Everyone loves animals until we mention the ones on their plate. They too feel love, joy, and pain, and would rather not suffer for taste. Their toes never slid between blades of tall green grass. No needle put them to sleep. They were burned with CO2 gas. These animals should not exist. We gave them this terrible life. We should be protecting them, the vulnerable. How is this even right? Intellectual laziness clouds the suffering we don't get to see. Hidden away in darkened sheds, no sunshine ever do they see. When I show the hypocrisy of loving animals and eating them too, can you see how it doesn't make sense? If so, what are you gonna do? This one here was the first poem I ever wrote, so it might be a little raw. What do I say to those who won't listen? As you walk around looking to buy flesh for your kitchen, do I tell you your meat had a life and wanted to live it? That there was someone, not something, and you could choose something different? For you're paying for the suffering of a being who can feel, all for the pleasure of a 10-minute meal that you will forget. But do not forget this. Pigs are stuffed in a gas chamber one by one, then lowered to their death with CO2 gas being the gun. Others are stunned with a bolt gun to the top of the head, knife to the throat, then presumed to be dead. They're hung upside down, skin ripped like a glove, from the body of a being who deserved to feel love. All for a piece of a someone who screams when they feel pain. You are eating the flesh ripped from babies. Please stop. This is insane. Habit, taste, culture, tradition, and greed all justify who you think you should eat. But you forget about the victim still stuck between your teeth. They wanted to live their one life. They were never a piece of meat. The year is 2024. All beings deserve to be free. Stop the suffering. Stop the scream. All animals have the right to breathe.
Thank you very much.